by the way. Are you ready for this game? Look at the first thing you have to do in this game. Let me know when you're in. You have to enter the time. No, for me. It's 3:06 a.m. Your favorite time of day. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 3:06 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 3:06 a.m.? Extremely accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. So you're supposed to restart the game when that happens. No. What you do is your like discretion. That's you. Why would I be mad at you?
This is the story of a
Hey,
man named
pay
Stanley.
attention.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee.
If you want to talk to me about that though, DM me on Discord. So that way you know I'm not repeating it.
In room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
But yeah, Gothic, I hope you're ready for this game. It's very comedic.
Desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
Just make sure you listen to the narrator. He says some really funny things.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
oh yeah, I forgot I had subtitles on. I wonder if I should make them bigger. Hold on. There, how's that?
As though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
It's up to you. Don't do it now, though. Hey, check this out. I can press buttons. Or not. Alright. Well, let's go explore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But what if I don't go to the office? What do you think, Gothic? Should I ignore him? Want to find out?
When Stanley came to a set of two
You're going to
open
experience
doors,
this game
he
the way I
entered the
did.
door on his
I'm not
left.
telling you anything. I entered the door on my left. Should I listen to him or should I ignore him? Okay. I'll listen.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
If they're not getting
Stanley
fired,
decided to
talk
go
less,
up to his boss's
don't get
office,
fired.
hoping he might find an answer
What the
there.
fuck? How did it solve a dispute? Let it ball up inside you? Take it out passively, aggressively on other coworkers? What? What the fuck? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Ouch. Seems targeted. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts, and slides. What the fuck? Wait, what else is on here? Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Jesus Christ. Please, no more charts. I'm begging. Stop, 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 stop. The Boss Appreciation Minute. On your Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Dude, this game is just straight comedy, I told you. And it just gets so much worse. What are your dreams for the future success? Plant life, football, lunch, less air? Wait, what? Pollution? Hold up. God, that's funny as hell.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Should we walk upstairs and listen to our boss? Okay. Do you just want me to listen the whole game? Alright, we'll do the listening route first, and then we'll start fucking around. How's that sound? Oh, I guess layers.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
He put in the new code by sheer luck, even though he had no idea what it was. Wow, this isn't creepy at all.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, I guess we're going to be mind controlled.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, Gothic said I'm here to listen, sorry. Oh, I'm just telling the narrator. I don't have the strength to find out where this goes. I'm here to listen.
The monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Absolutely.
Stanley's co-workers.
Everyone needs a little bit of Dolly Mommy,
you know? So many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Maybe she can do both.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It
Damn, look at this.
True. Had Stanley really been under someone's control
Holy
all this
shit.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Wait,
emotions had been manipulated
rooms?
to accept it blindly?
Oh, no, 601 because someone was fired.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
fired.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Should we? How do we dismantle the controls once and for all? Oh, facility power. There we go.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Wait, so do we turn it on or off? We turn it off, right? No, because we want to turn it off, he said. Because we want to put an end to it. What the fuck?
Blackness,
I can't see.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
But was it over? No.
Yes.
What the fuck?
He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I won.
Unshackled himself
I
from
defeated the
someone
machine.
else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not
Holy shit,
knowledge
Gothic,
or
I'm
even
free.
power that he had been seeking,
Yippee!
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
Oh
understand,
my gosh, look how dark it
but
is.
to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life
Look
he
how
lives,
pretty it is.
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me through, let me through. Let me
Stanley
in.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Let me
the
in.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yippee! We escaped. But wait, there's more. I think. Oh, Raven, look where we are. Should we
All of his
listen?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Should we listen to him this
Stanley
time, or should we go
decided
for
to go to
the
meeting
DLC?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Do you want to
a
see the
memo.
DLC? The DLC is really funny. Okay, look. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, he has something exciting to show us, Raven. I feel like I should be worried. So I feel like I should be worried. Look how creepy this place is.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
I love this narrator.
Which
He's
is
so
why
funny.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yippee! The Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, you see, Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This is what fans have been truly asking for.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around
I hope you're
them.
ready for this,
It'll
Gothic.
all
This
work
shit's gonna be
itself
hilarious.
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical. Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Let's try out some new features. Where should we go first? I'll let you decide. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Random stuff over here. Merch. The reassurance bucket. And a hole. Where do you think we should go first? Yeah, a hole. Wait, you want to see the hole? I don't know. Do you want to find? Do you want to find out? You want to find out? You want the bucket? Okay. Alright, let's go do the reassurance bucket. I've actually never done this, so my reaction will be genuine. I've only done the hole.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair
where's the
in
bucket?
those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Oh, there it
Stanley,
is.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
This
Come on,
is a
give it
bucket.
try.
Dear God. Should we try out the bucket? What the hell?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in
That
the
laugh was
face
scary. I
of
don't know if you
crushing
heard that.
despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Damn.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Wait, how do I put the bucket down? I don't want the bucket. Okay. Well, it looks like the bucket's coming with us. Okay, now where should we go?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
What, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game? Alright, yippee! Let's go see what this button does.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what
do
players
players really want?
And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as
They want to be
people.
individually recognized
So
and
with that
validated
in
as
mind,
people.
my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wait, so is he gonna say Susie Gaming TTV? I'm genuinely curious now. Here we go. You ready?
sorry, I should have
Jim?
clarified. Right now, the button only says the
My
name
name's not
Jim.
Jim.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to
Let's
really
have you
simulate the
roleplay
full
as Jim.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Oh, yep.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Jesus.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Am I Jim? Let's see.
Jim.
See?
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
Yes.
The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second
If
time.
I just keep hitting
If
the
this were
button.
the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
Jim,
it would
Jim,
still be worth
Jim,
the money.
Jim.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
No, let's press it again.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm
What?
putting the Jim button away.
I'm putting the Jim
Otherwise,
button away.
soon
Hey!
you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Hey, come back here. Jim. I told you this game is so stupid. Alright, now where should we go?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
Let's go check out
That
the
would
merch.
actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
We can actually get merch? Oh, I can't. Okay. Alright, I still have the bucket. What's in here? Office decorations, infinite hole? Oh my. Should we go into the infinite hole? What, this one right here? The jump circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle
Wait, we get to
back
jump?
Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we
wait.
saw the jump circle.
I already spent all my jumps in the
I
first jump
suppose it
circle.
can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Decorative? I want to jump. You jerk. This isn't a jump circle. Look, 0 jumps remaining? How dare you? Give me some jumps. Infinite hole. Oh god. Okay, let's go check out the infinite hole. You ready? You're gonna lose. Check this out. Rim, depth, infinite. Surrounding area. Okay then. More hole? What? Science. More. Falling. Infinity.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never
Ooh, that
been done
looks sick.
before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end
should we
of
go down it?
time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm scared. Yippee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Wait, so I can teleport back to the top. What if I just don't teleport?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you
Wait,
use
hold
the
on.
teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Maybe he doesn't want me to teleport. Maybe there's something at the bottom. Let's see.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully.
Are you
but
reading
it's
his
possible that I
subtitles?
slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain.
This hole is very... Oh, shit.
It's an
Look at that.
extremely deep hole.
Damn.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Wait, what
From
is that?
one perspective, the infinite is merely
Gothic?
philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Oh, Okay, well, good
Um,
for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
it's not
found out,
infinite.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What
I
normal
just think
person
you're
actually
unusually
wants to fall
fascinated by falling.
infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly
If that
infinite?
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Hey, let's teleport back and jump down the hole.
Great.
You ready?
Now,
Watch this.
I'm very... Oh, for heaven... You see,
He's like, oh,
I
for
was
heaven's
right.
sake.
The problem is you.
I was right.
The
The
problem
problem
is
was
that
you.
you like holes too
The
much.
problem is that you like
Not
holes too
normal.
much.
A
Not
normal
normal.
person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Wait, that felt shorter. What the heck?
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
Something's
I
not
didn't
right.
think it
Maybe
was
we should
that
jump in the hole
not
again. What do you
infinite.
think?
Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Yippee!
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's shorter.
I'm
Again,
starting
what the
to
hell?
become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less
You're right.
infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Pop back up to the top and see if
Well,
it's any
there
shorter.
it is.
Oh, what the
Shame
heck?
of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with
Yippee!
holes,
I'm in a little
but
hole.
at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the
Look, I
itch.
can even teabag.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Uh-oh.
Is the
I can't
teleport
teleport.
button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Uh-oh.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't
Wait, what do
bear
you
to
mean
be
goodbye?
away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, this is awkward. The hell was that noise? No, it sounded like a machine. Wait, am I actually just stuck here? Oh shit. Yeah, it sounds like the building is crumbling or something. Wait, what the hell? It's sinking. Uh-oh. Maybe it's kidnapping me. I'm being kidnapped by a hole. Wait, you take this. What the hell is this? Wait, what happens if we just keep pressing it? Change your perception? What the fuck? What is this music? Are you hearing this? the fuck? You can change the music with circle. Oh my god, my ears. What the fuck? Change your reality? What the fuck? Wait, what the shit? What the fuck? What the shit? Here, we'll do this one. So you can see it. Oh my god.
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
What the
But
fuck?
we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole
That
is
was
just
cursed.
so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Dude, that was fucking weird. I
From
want to
the
do that
looks of
again.
things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Wait, he's leaving me again. Do I get to do the funny again?
Here we are. Go on.
Oh,
Try
we're
out
back.
some of the new features. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Oh, office
But
decoration.
I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
What the fuck? Which balloon did I use? Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's, or get well someday? I love how it doesn't say get well soon, it just says get well someday. Which one should I choose?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
What? How dare you?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision.
Free,
We're moving
new,
on.
and easy trophy. I can't believe it's that simple. What the fuck? Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Oh, damn. Let's pull this lever.
Okay,
Free
perhaps
trophy.
I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in a sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world.
Give me my
who have been
trophy.
uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Damn. What a disappointment. That was so
What else?
fucking weird
What
in the
other
infinite
exhibits
hole.
haven't we seen yet?
That was fucking weird, right? Collect them all? Can you find them? Can you find them? What the hell? That's a good question. What the fuck? There's a 3, a Z, there's a hashtag. What is this garbage map? There's gotta be more, I think, right? Or maybe we should exit.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Well,
So,
what the heck?
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It's all good. Yippee!
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Look how good
Hold
this
on.
game looks.
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Whoa, look at that.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Jump circle? What are you
And
gonna
I
do?
do
Jump
very
in the
much
hole?
enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Let's see this epic title screen. Whoa, this looks nice. Well, this is cool. Yippee!
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big...
Let's skip it, just to annoy him. Oh shit, I'm back in the office. God damn it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I've been tricked.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him,
Let's
begging
ignore
him
this
to
guy.
pick it up. Why was it? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Hey, check
left.
this out. I'm gonna go
This
to the
was
door
not
on my
the
right.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautiful... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Hey, look at that gothic. Stanley took the first door on his left. No, he didn't. Bye-bye.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Stanley was so bad at following directions. It's a surprise he didn't get fired years ago. Oh wait, you can die. You can just jump off the edge. Should I do it? Okay, YOLO.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, that's one way to die in this game, by the way. Fun fact.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Wait, look.
he had simply missed a memo.
The
Stanley
bucket is here.
picked up the bucket.
The balloons are here. You put the features in. Let's bring the bucket with us.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm just gonna
But
ignore the
Stanley
narrator.
had felt
How's
the
that sound?
bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge
Okay, watch
was
this.
simply the place
Speed
to
run
be.
pissing off the
And here
narrator.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the
You
lift
hear
all
this
the way to the
voiceover?
top.
Oh my god.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Oh fuck, scared me.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't pick up the phone. Okay. I'll sit in the corner and cry. Mm-hmm. What happens if I just don't answer the phone? Maybe I have to? Wait, I just realized it's plugged in. Let's unplug it.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Haha.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
This guy's gonna watch a video about comedy?
What is comedic timing?
What the fuck?
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
What the
How
hell?
can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly,
Wait, hold up about that
can
last
it be
one.
taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of
What
your
the fuck?
arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your
What
body.
the hell?
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
What?
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke,
Never seen this shit,
including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds, and no
Jesus
less than
Christ.
13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
What the
Let's
fuck?
practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now. Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include
What the
the
hell?
same
Wait, why does
question
he have 3
reprinted
hands?
several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines
Wait,
of
what
the
the
war
hell
to
is this
fight the
shit?
12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause,
Wait, where?
just as
What
our
the
children
fuck?
must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What the fuck was that about?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay, so we're gonna do the story again, but this time with comedy. Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise,
The
who
king of
knows
comedy,
where
that's
we'd
what
be
you'll
right
call me.
now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Damn, we're going all the way back.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
He wants you to enter the door on the left. Should I fuck with him and go to the door on the right a second time? Okay, here we go. Watch this. Oh.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh god, please don't make me watch the video again.
That will help me improve my...
No, please no.
Here we go.
Oh, thank
You
God.
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors,
He wants me to go to the left
they
again.
entered the door on the left.
Watch me not go left. Bro, he's gonna crash out.
We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready?
Oh, it just made me
When
skip that.
Stanley and the
What the hell?
bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
We're back at the phone already? No.
Oh, it just auto skips.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley
He
and the
doesn't want me
bucket
to go
came to
right.
a set of two open
Okay, fine,
doors,
I'll go
they
left.
entered the door on the left.
Fine.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the
Wait,
phone.
I was supposed to go to
Did
the
you
right?
not even look at the instructional video? I think
Bruh.
this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you...
Wait, what the
it's
fuck?
as though all
I'm
of
in the
your
ceiling?
other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with
What the
shame
shit?
over how
Now
unabashedly
there's
in love with a
credits?
bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No.
Okay, that was
Stanley.
actually pretty
Get me
good.
away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Oh, the credits froze. Oh, I'm being reloaded. Oh shit, we're back at the start. What should we do this time?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I bet. We'll leave the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Here, I'll
a
show you
wave
another
of
way to die. You
disbelief,
ready?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Let's go downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Wait, what the hell?
And then something occurred.
Is
to
this an
Stanley.
infinite loop? Have you
Maybe,
seen this?
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
What the
And as
fuck?
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh yeah, why
did
can't I see
doors
my
close
feet?
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then
Oh my God, I'm
he
floating.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts,
What
he
the
thought.
fuck?
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Holy man, I'm just stuck.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Stuck in
So
the
he
back
closed
rooms.
his
No,
eyes
just kidding.
gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh,
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
are we though? What the fuck? I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What the fuck? Did my character have a
This
heart
is the
attack?
story of a woman named Mariella.
No, I said, is my
Mariella
character
woke
having
up
a
on a
heart
day
attack?
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh shit, what the
But on
fuck?
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Wait, that whole time when I was
And
walking
although
through
she
those
would
rooms,
soon
I was
turn to
walking
give
around
call for an
in the
ambulance,
city,
for just a few
talking to
brief
myself and
moments,
screaming.
she considered the strange
What
man.
the hell?
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
I'm so
It
lucky
was
to be normal.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Damn, so she just let me there? Alright, guys. Wait, begin the game again? Alright, guys, that was. Wait, the sequel is now paused? Oh shit. Alright, guys, that was the Stanley Parable. I'm gonna end the stream there, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This game is very goofy, and we'll finish